What's going on, people? There's nothing better than an unannounced update that just randomly drops in the middle of the night. And that is exactly what IGG has done. We had absolutely no idea that they were going to do this or add this or any of the sort. But I didn't even see anything posted. There was just a "you've received maintenance gift." They didn't even say anything about the actual update. So that's not new, but there is an update that they hid overnight, and let's talk about it because I'm literally just looking at it first time. I've only seen Rhinoceros, haven't even seen the other ones, although I can kind of speculate. But yes, if you thought your familiars were done, they are in fact not. Rhinoceros is now, they have an army talent. So here it is, Lightning Strike, level 10 preview. Increases cavalry attack by 60% and cavalry HP by 60% for 15 seconds when 5% of your cavalry troops have fallen. Now, that's definitely not going to be better than most of your familiars, especially if you have most of your familiars maxed out already. But considering that this is going to be using the lower tier awakening talents, it's perfectly okay. Is it the best thing ever? No. The one saving grace, though, is that it is only 5% of a specific troop type. So it's not even like 5% of your troops in total. So this would be good, especially for like the ranged or infantry ones, because a lot of people love to sit in either range front or infantry front. These would actually be pretty good for those situations. So is this one like super awesome or whatever? Not for the like top tier players, but if you're more in the mid game, I can say that this one would probably be pretty good. I don't know if I would use it over things like a Trickstar, etc. As far as attacking, but for defense, I could see it being pretty decent. Mole Shaman, let's take a look at this. So I guess the Shaman one is going to be the infantry equivalent. So increases infantry attack by 60% and infantry HP by 60%. Basically the same thing, just the infantry equivalent of it. So that's pretty decent. I'm guessing Magus is going to be the range equivalent. Essentially the range equivalent, yeah. So you have infantry range cav, you get 60% attack, 60% HP, and this essentially is going to take the sorcerer away. Increases range, max HP by 80% for 10 seconds when 10% of your range troops have fallen. This automatically, especially if you followed my last video where I said these actually have a place, these automatically would get they would lose their place to these other ones. So that's kind of interesting to see. Now, I'm pretty sure that the other ones would actually, these are some that we've already had before, the defense and all of that. So I haven't really maxed those out. The one that I'm definitely interested in, first of all, because if you take a look at my station, I like to sit in range wedge generally, right? And so this setup right here is a setup for range defense. Of course, you have your 600% familiars because those are just the best, period. Then I have Snow Shield because this protects me when 7% of my range troops fall. And in this case, since I'm range front and 7% of my range troops is not as much as you may think, that actually does proc, especially if I was countered. So that's there for that. I don't really care if I get hit with like cavalry and this doesn't proc. In that case, I didn't need it to proc anyway, so that's why I do it. But the one that I'm really looking at right here is the Strange Sorcery. Now, increases range max HP by 80% for 10 seconds when 10% of your range troops have fallen. That's significant, because this new one gives you 60% attack, 60% HP for 15 seconds, and that's when 5% of your range troops have fallen. So it's even better. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do here is, for science, I'm going to go ahead and max out the range one, and maybe, at least I hope I can max it out. Let's see. And I'll give you guys an idea as to how much this is actually going to cost you. So okay, so Awakened Talent, it's going to be 80 for the first. So let me put this here in the format. Let me go ahead and finish this off. There we go. Okay, free. Thank you. So we got 80 to Awaken, then we got 36. I think this might be the same as others, but I guess we'll see. We got 36, 43, 50. And as I'm doing it, I'm writing it down. 57, 64, 72, 94. These are actually fairly easy to max out, honestly. This is actually not too bad. I'm saying this while I've never really bought these things. So was 181 the last one? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did I miss one? Okay, well, I went ahead and finished this one for Magus, and this is for sure gonna be better for me and my wall. Now, will I use it for actually attacking? I honestly don't think so. Where is he? Here it is. This is definitely going to be much better for me in this setup anyway. Since this was fairly cheap, I think I'm going to do the infantry one as well, just because I can. I might actually go ahead and do all of them. So let me see if I missed one. So of course we got 80 to unlock. Okay, we knew that. Then we got 36, 43, 50, 57, 64, 72, 94, 123, and 181. Okay, so I didn't miss any. Let me whip out my handy dandy calculator and do the math here for you. Alright, so I did the math. As long as my math is not absolutely terrible, it is 800 to max out each. So that means that you would need 2,400 of these orbs to max them out. And I believe that's exactly what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm just going to go ahead and max them all out. Do I think that these familiars are going to change much? I don't think so. I do think that these familiars are going to be more tailored towards people actually taking rallies, whether that's traps or just in general, people that might not have the tier 5 familiars, you know, the 600% ones. You know the ones I'm talking about. These ones right here, right? The black wings, etc. If you don't have that and you've been using things like where are they? Evil Weevil, you know, things like that. I feel like these familiars for sure will be really, really good for the mid-level players. And considering what it uses, you can do a good job of maxing at least 1 or 2 out through like hell events and things of that nature. So, okay, it's not as bad as I thought, and it's definitely more tailored towards mid-level game players. So I guess it's not too bad. It has a place in the game. I don't think it will affect me much, but honestly, the big updates that have affected me big time. So this one being for more of the mid players and whatnot, I'm completely okay with it. I just wish, if there's one thing I do wish, is that when IGG do things like this, right? Like when they do the big updates, right? The ones that cost thousands of dollars and whatnot, they have like this big campaign for a week or two, like teasing and whatever, right? But like when they do something like this that isn't really for the whales and it's more for like your everyday player, why wouldn't you like hype this up a little bit more? You know, like, am I wrong? Am I wrong in thinking that like this is something that it's not super expensive? You can actually work towards it little by little even if you're free to play player. Because all of those that I had there, I didn't buy them. I just been getting them throughout with like hell events that I do and stuff like that. So even free to play players can get that done if they actually like do some hell events here and there and are selective. And so why not kind of hype this up instead of just like throwing it like at night with a 5-minute maintenance and not even send a mail about it. There was literally not even a mail about it, like nothing. I don't know. It's kind of peculiar, but hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about the new familiar talents. I really do think that it's more going to be used for defensive in your wall type of thing, at least for me. But I can definitely see it being used offensively if your familiar choices are not like super diverse or you don't have a lot of them unlocked, etc. And they're definitely not that expensive. So I'm okay with it. I mean, compared to the last couple of updates that we've had, this is a good update in my view. It's a good update. It's a good update. Anyway, appreciate you guys for coming through, and until later, bye.